Can you sing your way to a new reality? Can you wake up from the dream that you're living in, creating the dream from scratch? Or at the very least, uncreating a dream that you've created out of a fear of isolation or separation, and be able to reintegrate your dream with the collective dream. Happiness. Happiness is what, in many ways, we all strive for. And whether we know it or not, when we pursue external goals, there's a certain satisfaction that goes along with doing good things in the world and working towards things that are conducive to our nature in some way, so that we are fulfilled in the way that is unique to us, which in some ways we have to define, or we already know what it is. And maybe it's a little bit of both. But happiness as this function of understanding something deeper about life that isn't based on conditions and is based on our interconnectedness to all things. And there's a saying, I think it was Rumi who said the words, "I dreamt that life was joy. I awoke and saw that life was service. I acted and found that service is joy." So if you are in those moments of feeling down on yourself, or for whatever reason, experiencing the raft of your happiness as somehow a little bit, busted or smashed, that there is another raft coming for you. That this is something that comes to us whether we create it or not, that there is this embrace from the universe or from the earth. There's a natural process unfolding that is beyond our understanding, and that when you give your heart to the experience of life, you receive. And even when you don't know how to give, even if you just give a little, there's a saying from Hinduism that a person doesn't have to give 1,000 cows and bushels of gold and this, that, and the other in order to be enlightened, or something like that. That there is something as simple as a single grain of rice being offered to your highest potential, or to the highest potential that lives in the collective. That there is something to giving even in the smallest way. So when we think about service as joy, or as finding our connection to the root of happiness and how happiness finds us, or how we find happiness, that it's something that is perhaps more simple than we give credit. That Voltaire said that I choose to be happy because it's good for my health. And there's a lot baked into that statement, but the wit being that you can choose to be happy, that you have complete agency over that. And sometimes it takes a great deal of sorrow and suffering to realize that. But there is a certain level when our own ego, the threshold of our own ego, says, I'm ready to be happy, and that is a beautiful moment. There is a real moment that can, in life, change us in an instant, and whether it's seeing something beautiful or something harrowing, it's kind of whatever it is connects us to the deeper appreciation of the preciousness of life. And that gratitude, of course, is central to happiness in many ways. That when we appreciate what already is, that one, our appreciation grows, that appreciation is the foundation of compound interest in a financial terminology kind of way. And so what you appreciate appreciates, that when we put our focus on happiness, when we put our focus on positivity, it doesn't make the other stuff go away. It just puts it in perspective, and it allows us to see how much bandwidth of our consciousness we're giving to empowering or disempowering thoughts and feelings. And when we reflect on our own ability to navigate those inner waters of our emotions and of our thoughts, and our ability to steer the ship of the mind, that there's a certain sort of, you try to correct one way and then you try to correct the other way, and there's this sort of futile dance that happens a lot of the time. And the fundamental sort of basis for a lot of it is energy. That recently someone said, did cavemen get depression, or did Spartan warriors get depression? That for our ancestors, who were no doubt faced with massive pressure, both, say, internal, societal, and just survival, that there was sort of a requirement to act. And so we just did what we had to do, and that was enough. And at the same time, of course, life has its own way of testing us, or of giving us challenges to overcome and opportunities to grow. And it's in our best interest to take those with as much energy as we can, and understand that those opportunities are not forever, and knowing that there's always tomorrow is a mystery, or yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. And that we have this tremendous opportunity to experience the here and now, and this is our best bet in many ways for happiness, is to be present with what is, and to choose happiness in the moment, here and now.